Welcome and join us on our journey as we interview everyday people and ask them that very question of
who am I?
Who am I? Who am I?
Who am I? Name, Valdez Angelo Carey. I like to put that Angelo in there to distinctify myself. Age, 34. Where am I from? I hail from Little Abaco, out of the Great Abacos. But my lineage or bloodline descends from Turks and Caicos, Elutra, and Exuma. I am a creator, an innovator, an entrepreneur, a leader, a family man, a Christian man. These are just some small titles that fit a larger regime or galaxy of what encompasses Mr. Valdez Carey. From a young age, I was a little bit obscured from the normal, so living was always a challenge in certain circumstances, whether it's being expected upon higher than others, or whether it's being different from others and being rejected from the herd. Nevertheless, all of these attributes, all of these challenges come together to make the perfect package. I am a unique creation designed by my Heavenly Father in His image, sent here to provide my people of this earth a service to relieve them from the struggle that seems to be the day-to-day operation of life. I'm sent here to take my people back out of the struggle. I am a electrical and mechanical technical engineer in regards to heavy equipment, power generation, and power solutions. A little bit about me. I always aim to try to be the best. I'm a sore loser, so ultimately I want to come first. And if I don't come first today, when I go home, I'll be doing something to come first tomorrow. So attributes of that is how I got here to this day. Basically, having the persistence, the consistency, the mindset, the belief in yourself, and the motivation to drive and keep going forward. The how I started part is pretty important. My environment shaped me. Growing up in Little Abaco, 60 miles away from the capital of Abaco, which is Marsh Harbor, and ultimately living in the Bahamas, where resources to maintain or repair technical equipment was not always available to us. So I became very resourceful in Little Abaco at a young age. I was fixing microwaves and fixing fans and fixing iron boards or whatever it might be. So it led to a lot of curiosity into the mechanical field as well as the electrical field by trade. And logically, it pushed to achieve greatness, because if you don't get it, if whatever this device is that you're trying to fix in the Abaco back in 1995, if you didn't get that fixed, then you don't have it no more. So do you want it? Fix it. And I've adopted that mindset from when I was younger. That's a lot of how the journey kind of started off, mixed with the fact that Little Abaco is a family island, so you will find a lot of communities are still together. I'm third generation, and I still can see my mom and my granddad. And there was a time in my life where I can see my great-granddad. So I've been influenced from at least 3 to 4 generations above me. And I still to this day have my grandmother around me, and her favorite word is stop skylarking. So I couldn't been playing too much without thinking. Even my uncles at the age of 65, 70, I can't recall the exact age of my oldest uncle. But if you put that into perspective, I would have had some experienced people who have tested and proved what does life really mean and what are the good goals and the good principles and the good morals to kind of base yourself off of, teaching me and surrounding me. Also on Little Abaco, on any family island, if there's a lot of people who know you, if I'm present, and my mom's generation is present, and my mom's parents' generation is present, and everybody know me, that means I can't do nothing bad without somebody telling me what's wrong. It don't matter where I go. You know, when I moved to Nassau at the age of 16, when I finally left Little Abaco, it was a free fall. So I think I tapped into all of my curiosities when I ventured off to college at the age of 16. But the journey of coming up started from home. It was the statement that charity begins at home. I don't know if charity is a big enough word to encompass what home really does for you, but it was the training of home that gave me the mindset that did not shift when I entered into Nassau. I mean, I'm a church boy. I grew up in church when I was 3. I catch the Sunday morning service, I catch the Sunday night service, I catch the Monday service, I catch the Wednesday service, I catch the Friday service for the kids, and I catch the Saturday cleanup session for Sunday church. I also was the musician involved. I also did electrical work, like I say, so I was the audio engineer for my church as I was growing up. Beat the drum, play the piano, the Congo drums. I never picked up the guitar professionally, but I love the piano. And people don't really give respect to the tambourine as an instrument. I think that should be a thing, because I could do double rocks on that tambourine. I'll have church jumping. I was one of the best drummers in church you ever saw at the age of 7. They used to carry me around like I was on tour. My daddy was one of the first guys who brought John Canoe back to Little Abaco, and when we go to do shows, it was a little 7-year-old boy shaking cowbell and blowing whistle in the front. I think I was a showstopper from the beginning. I just didn't know it, and I think I put that belt up when I was younger because it was never me, maybe. I didn't want to do those stuff. They made me do those stuff. So as soon as I got out of it, I tend to do what I wanted to do. At the age of 16, I went for a free fall. And some reason, somewhere about the age of 27, everything that I learned from the age of 16 back to my childhood all came flooding back in. So at the age of 26, 27, I restructured, I revised, I rescoped, I repurposed. So my journey is entirely dedicated now, even though I had a glitch between 16 to 26, is entirely dedicated to my training, my broad-upsy, my family, my heritage, to the island life, man. To be honest, to the island life. If you have great aspirations and you have great deprivations, you will have great motivation. Oh man, it is so much of them. The biggest accomplishment, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to start with my family, point blank. I have 2 wonderful kids, and I have a stepdaughter, which is a wonderful daughter. I thank God for the blessings that He's given me the ability to transcend my belief into their life and extend my legacy. But in the physical aspect of this world on my own, one of my greatest beliefs is to be able to express what I believe God has for the world through myself without any repercussions or judgment. Biggest regret. My biggest regret is my sharp mouth. When I was growing up, I acquired the name Slicks because I was capable of meshing with the upper echelon when I need to, and also able to switch back to the regular island lifestyle when it's okay for me, which made me very good at entertaining older clients as well as older people. I used to get all the Grammys to laugh in church. They used to love me. So conceptually, when the guys on the streets know me, and then they see me, making the Grammys smile, when I get back, it'll be Slicks. And at that point, it's just a proof of how well my verbiage of infiltrating can be. So if I can take one thing back, or what is the last thing that I had that was hard, it would be to control my mouth. The best advice: think big, thank God, believe in yourself. I don't know if I was given this or if I created this, but I operate on a mantra that's intentional effort for intentional results. An unpopular opinion: living cost in the Bahamas is too high. But unpopular opinion again, the minimum wage in the Bahamas is too low. So, you gotta understand that my plight is to get my people out of the struggle. So, I have some opinions that relate to my people. There you go. I have so many. As I hail from Little Abaco, I grew up on the island lifestyle. So, I have a few words that aren't even native to Nassau. When I went at the age of 16, I left high school as the valedictorian in Abaco. Shout out to Sherlin C. Boodle High School, secondary school, my alumni. But I went into college at the age of 16, so I was the only Abaco brethren in a group of Nasuvians. And for some reason, my dialect always stood up. Words that I don't even recognize, I say, but just naturally slide off the tongue. But Bahamian dialect, of course, we have to do the iconic bite. We need to, we as a Bahamian people need to come together and determine how to spell this word. There's too much variations of spelling for this thing. But I would say the merge of words together, like gurn instead of I'm going, or dern. The favorite one is earl instead of oil. I'll tell you another one. Bahamians cannot pronounce the V in Valdez. They always call it Valdez. In closing, in general, my mission is understood. My vision is understood. My heritage of where I came from is understood. My purpose is understood. The vehicle that I'm using to combine all of these attributes is what I've not listed so far. So just to give you closing notes, I am the proprietor of Ingenious Endeavors group of companies that owns LA Engineers and Consultants, which is an engineering-based company for mechanical and electrical. We also own LA Vibes, which is bringing some vibes to the restaurant flow. Located at Awaki Beach at the Fish Fry. Come on and see me. And we're looking to increase 2 more versions of ourselves. We are going to be opening up 2 more versions. I don't want to release too much information as yet. But ultimately, these are just routes that we're taking. The ultimate thing that we're dealing with here is to empower the community. So what I would leave with you is that I do have a platform that I'm creating that's going to be allowing Bahamians from the younger to the older to have a space to shine brightly and to be compensated for the efforts that they do. As I say, my mantra is intentional efforts for intentional results. I also like intentional rewards for intentional efforts. I do give power to where power belongs, not where it shouldn't be. So ultimately, I'm leaving some sort of opening to all of my fellow Bahamians. If there's anyone with the passion who feels that helping the community, helping young men, we are aiming towards seeing if we can get education on the engineering level from a high school level, from a vocational level. We're looking to tap into special skills of people who are not fully recognized in their area, as well as we're looking to give a whole life coach approach to anyone that's in the circle. It's not just a means of providing funding, it's also a means of explaining and helping how to live life, how to deal with a curveball, how to make lemon when life shows you a lemonade, basically. But yeah, financial coaching, emotional coaching, physical coaching, these all come into play. Teach the principles of success mindset, because at the end of the day, we all are here for some sort of reason, and I think for us to fulfill that purpose, we must keep aspiring to increase our quality, increase the betterment of ourselves first. And as we increase ourselves and our cup overflow it, then the world can experience some of your greatness. So my note to leave with anybody today is, if you're gonna shine, if you're gonna fly, shine bright and fly high. So social medias, I'm not so big on social medias, but I understand the world is. I do know them off my head. So we do have Instagram, we do have Facebook, we do have TikTok. You can find us at LA Engineers and Consultants on Facebook, as well as you can find us on, I think Facebook is the only place we have LA Engineers. For the restaurant, which is LA Vibes Grill and Seafood, you can find us on Instagram, as well as you can find us on TikTok. Google Maps is a really good social media site. Y'all should start using that. You can find everything on Google Maps. I could go find something to eat. I could find where I'm going. I could figure out if traffic bad on Blue Hill before I take Blue Hill. Y'all should start using that. Valdez, put y'all on game. Just say thank you. But conceptually, yeah, Google Maps as well. I mean, use that. What I would love is not for you to message me on Instagram. Come find me. We live in the Bahamas. There's only about, what, 300, 400,000 of us? Come see me.
If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and join us on our journey as we create more content on our way to getting our first play button.